It has come to our attention that some Night Vale residents are getting off the trains transformed. Mayor Pamela Winchell described these commuters as thinner somehow, spiritually, like you think it's the afternoon, but it's almost evening. That's what they're like. Carlos, caring and reliable Carlos the scientist, thinks maybe the writer's DNA has been washed out, emptied, completely drained of its contents. Listeners, I'm also being told that some people are not getting off the trains at all. I'm looking out my studio window now and see a new subway entrance has just appeared across the street during this very broadcast. I have seen dozens enter and few exit those stairs. I have grave concerns, Night Vale. I have just been handed a press release by another small child. He has such deep blue eyes and so many freckles. He is smiling, and there is something dark moving behind his teeth. The press release is covered in roaches. Now the boy is leaving, and I hear a rapid but faint clicking sound. According to the release, the City Council says we owe today's increased productivity to our glorious new mass transit system that just appeared this week. It goes on to say that Night Vale could eventually become a true travel destination, like Japan, or Brazil, or Singapore, or Luftnarp, or Svitz. I know we still don't understand who built the subway, or where it goes, or what has happened to all of our family and friends that have gotten on the train today. I know there are concerns, Night Vale, but this subway seems to be a major step forward for our town, for our environment, for our... Dear, something is happening, listeners. This does not appear to be a standard government-created earthquake. Across the street, there are shimmering waves of heat curdling the air above the subway entrance. A black cloud of large insects is swirling above. I do not know what this means, Night Vale, and since intern Dylan never returned from his errands, likely because I told him to take the new subway to save time, I myself must go investigate. In the meantime, I give you the weather.
I was poor in love, I was poor in wealth, I was okay in everything else there was. Oh, I was poor in love. I was poor in love. I was poor in love, I was poor in wealth, I was okay in everything else there was. Oh, I was poor in love. I was poor in love. She took me aside and said, look, I don't do this every day, you got style. All you've got is style. I can see it from a mile away. Oh, I was poor in love. I I was poor in love. You were born okay, rich and name alone. Your Jesuit profile will suit the coming apocalypse. So I was poor in love. Poor in love. Why's everybody sing along? Why's everybody sing along when we build this city on ruins? Why's everybody sing along? Why's everybody sing along when we build this city on ruins?
It's spring somewhere, Nightvale, and I must admit the last few minutes, even stretched as they were seemingly into eons, have left me feeling renewed, returned as I am to my home after so long away. It's like I'm walking into fresh, clean water, even as I lean into the mic. I entered the subway, like many of you, and like many of you other writers, I saw and felt the cosmic suffering of millennia, was witness to eras of countless births and deaths, and wars and discoveries, and kisses and plagues and knives and cold, empty void. I saw it all at once, and I could not make sense of any of it, but I understood it fully, and it took years, Nightvale. Years. I have been missing you since I left you to the weather. What was the weather like then? How much time has passed for you? Only 4 minutes? What of the ground shaking and the cloud of insects and the immense heat? Well, that's apparently what happens when an express train arrives. People hurrying to far away, long away destinations. The click, click, click of rush hour commutes. Reading unimportant news stories. Solving unimportant number puzzles. Looking up briefly to give seats to the elderly or infirm. All the while, not knowing where they were going, or why, or what terrible things they would never unknow upon choosing to commute through whatever that singular point below our city is, that intersection of space and time, a sort of navel of the universe. And somehow we are all better, wiser, kinder, for going where we went for as long as we were gone, though we did not age but a few moments. We still do not know who the dear masked transit people are, or whether they are people at all. Perhaps they are thousands of roaches packed inside a business suit, hiding behind a mask. Or perhaps the mask was not hiding them at all, but hiding us, sheltering them from our immature, solipsistic minds. But now, there is a subway. Now we can go anywhere, and perhaps we can know anything if we ride for long enough. Listeners, there's another child in the studio. This one is faceless, covered in denim and dust, with a long swoop of unruly brown hair covering what would be the right eyebrow. The child is holding a handwritten note. It reads, "Because of construction, all subway service is suspended until further notice. For your convenience, free shuttle buses will be provided. At the moment of greatest despair and hopelessness, when you least expect it, a shuttle bus will come to you. Thank you for your patience." The future of urban planning is here, NightVale, and like our own eminent futures, it is buried in the earth. Stay tuned next for a swarm of flies circling a hot mic. And as always, good night, NightVale. Good night.
Welcome to NightVale is a production of Commonplace Books. It is written by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Cranor and produced by Joseph Fink. This episode was co-written with Russell Swenson. The voice of NightVale is Cecil Baldwin. Original music by Disparition. All of it can be downloaded for free at disparition.info. This episode's weather was Pour in Love by Destroyer. Find out more at mergerecords.com/artists/destroyer. Comments? Questions? Email us at nightvale@commonplacebooks.com or follow us on Twitter at NightVale Radio. Check out commonplacebooks.com for more information on this show, as well as all sorts of cool NightVale stuff you can own. And while you're there, consider clicking the donate link. That'd be cool of you. Today's proverb: your body is a temple of blood rituals and pagan tributes. A lost temple. A temple that needs more calcium. You should maybe try vitamin supplements.